Good morning, good morning, good morning. Paula Birch Jackson here with Sunday Chat and Chew. Pray that all is well with you and that your day is off to a great start, as with mine. Got a lot to talk about today. My topic is making your dreams your reality. Just really excited about this place and this space that we're in and what God is doing in our lives, and just want to continue to just share with you guys on another segment of Paula Chat and Chew with Paula Birch Jackson and Tony Jackson. So let's get started. So we're gonna ask Tony if he would open us up with a word of prayer on this morning.
Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for waking us up this morning. Thank you for the information that will go forward. We pray that everyone would have the heart and eyes and ears to receive it. It is so be it.
Amen, amen, amen. Having a little technical difficulty this morning, but we'll work it out when it's time to work it out. Hey, Wanda, I hope all is well with you. Sorry I missed you guys last weekend. I heard you had a ball. But as you can see, we were in the mountains and we had a great time as well. But today I want to talk about making your dreams your reality. Making your dreams your reality. First, I want to give you my definition of what a dream is that I borrowed from John Maxwell. He said a dream is an inspiring picture and blueprint of a person's purpose and potential. A dream can energize your mind, your will, and your emotions. So I want you to just take a moment today and ask yourself, what is my dream? And more importantly, will I achieve my dream in my lifetime? Do you want to achieve your dream in your lifetime? So I used to dream. I love dreaming. I used to dream all the time, and I still really dream all the time. And I had a dream several years ago, and in this dream, I saw myself on a huge platform, motivating and encouraging hundreds of people. And every time I thought about that dream, it literally scared me to know that I would be on major platforms like that, encouraging people, because I didn't feel like, I would ask myself, like, why would people want to hear anything that I have to say? And even now I kind of struggle with that. Every time I have a speaking engagement, people will say how much they were blessed or something I said that impacted them to make them make a different decision in their life. And I would always ask myself why. I never understood what they saw or what they heard in me. And I began to ask myself, why do I think like that? Why do I always self-doubt myself? Where was all of that stuff coming from? And of course, I've shared several times before that everything that we struggle with, it starts in our childhood. And people don't mean to be dream killers or to disencourage you, but they do by words they say. And when I first started speaking, I remember my very first speaking engagement at church. I taught a Bible study. And after the Bible study was over, so many people, it was lines and lines of people coming up and encouraging me and telling me how the word blessed me. And I was so dumbfounded. I found myself, and they laugh about this today, saying, well, what did I say? What did I say? Because in my mind, there was not anything that I could possibly say that would motivate and encourage and impact another person's life. So I have to ask myself why. Now, out of hundreds of people that came up to me that day telling me how blessed they were, it was one individual that came up to me and said, oh, you did a great job. Your voice is just so high-pitched and squeaky. Now, out of all the other stuff that I heard, that's the one thing that stuck with me, that my voice was high-pitched and squeaky. And it kind of discredited everything everybody else said. So on my next engagement, I found myself like this, and I could not get out of my head that my voice was going to sound high-pitched and squeaky. And it took years and years and years of reprogramming to get that out of my mind and just to say, you know what, my voice is what it is. If it's high pitched, if it's squeaky, then it is that. And I have to accept that if that's the tone of my voice. And so when I had this dream about speaking on major platforms, it really scared me because, again, that one negative comment that kept being on replay in the top of my head. So nevertheless, I plunged forward and then kept having this dream and found myself, having that challenge in 2016 with my health and realizing that I did not want to die with my dream still in me. I wanted to make sure that when I stood before God, I'm able to say, God, I fulfilled my purpose. And in 2016, I started looking at life through different lenses, and I realized I was not living my life to its full potential. And so, good morning, Renee. She said in hubby. I began to pursue my dream, and I was listening to some teaching from John Maxwell the other day, and one of the teachers, he just said something that really jumped and leaped in my belly, that motivated me. He said, sometimes you have to just jump and grow your wings on the way down. And that's what I actually found myself doing in 2017 when I took a leap of faith and I was determined to pursue my dream. Now, never in a million years did I know that my dream consisted of being a real estate agent and encouraging and motivating people to purchase a home. But I found that was a wonderful way of me to give me an opportunity to fulfill my purpose, because it does. Being a real estate agent, I get to coach people. I get to coach people out of their fears. I get to help people get their finances right, coaching them in that area, and to help them understand that you can dream, that you can have a dream of what your dream house is, and working together, we can help you fulfill that dream. And so here we are 2 years later. I've helped, I think, a total of 25 families purchase their home, and it has been such an amazing experience living out my dream, even in areas that I never thought I would. And so now God is even expanding me even more. So I'm excited about the next chapter that He's doing, because I'm doing the very thing to align myself to fulfill my purpose of this dream. And so I remember here I am doing very well, and out of nowhere I started having fears. And then I began to have people talking to me, just even yesterday, people who knew me from when I worked at CDC and other places of my life, just saying to me, Paula, but you were so close to retirement. You should go back. You should go back to work because of health benefits and all of this stuff. And when I resigned CDC, Tony was in a position that afforded us health benefit. But now he's taking that leap of faith also to fulfill his dream and to live his purpose, which means now we're both entrepreneurs, we're both business builders, and so we had to give up the life insurance, the health insurance. We're keeping that life insurance, though. The health insurance. And so we began to, I began to allow fear to come in. And so I began to question myself. People began to come to me and they began to say to me, well, Paula, you only got 2 more years. You can stomach anything for 2 years. And the benefit of that, they were saying stuff that really made sense, because if I go back, I only had 2 years to work. And if I retire with 2 years, I get to retire with full benefit. That means me and my husband would never have to worry about having health benefits again. Now, we had checked into the Affordable Care, and we applied for different quotes to see how much insurance would cost. And the quotes that we got for the both of us was always like in the 1300s, right? And I'm like, not that I couldn't pay it, I just didn't want to pay that. Because I think that the insurance industry is just a scam, because my thing is, if I don't use you this month, I should get a credit next month. But that's not the way it works. So I knew that we would be paying $1,300, and if I did a month, and if I didn't go to the doctor, then I wouldn't get a credit. We're just ensuring that, the purpose of it is to have it if you need it. And so so I decided that I was going to take a leap. I was just going to say, okay. And I started considering going back to work so that I could retire in 2 years with benefits. And then I had another dream. Oh my God. And in this dream, I saw myself miserable and my life was spiraling out of control. And in this dream, God asked me, so Paula, you're so worried about having health insurance. Are you planning on being sick? Because what you focus on expand. And if you could put in your attention to being sick, then you will create sickness in your life. How about seeing yourself well, seeing yourself happy, seeing yourself whole, and allowing me to worry about the benefits? And then, of course, a couple of days later, we got a phone call. One of the quotes that we had put in came back after we sent them our tax return for 2018, which allowed us to be able to get our health insurance that started November the 1st for $300+ So God even worked that out. So whatever our fears are, God just keeps working it out. So then I woke up the other day and I was thinking about this whole scenario that I just shared with you. And I thought about a blog that I wrote maybe about 3-4 years ago. And the name of the blog was that 2 types of people in our life. There are dream builders and dream killers. And so a dream builders, they are supportive, they're encouraging, they're motivating, They have a yes you can mentality. They are all in when the foundation is laid, and they stay until the dream becomes your reality. Your dream builders, they're your cheerleaders, they're encouraging you, they're keeping you, they're helping you to stay going. They will not let you quit on your dream. Those are your dream builders. But then on the other side, you have your dream killers. Dream killers are the ones who looks at your faults and they always pointing you out. For example, like Paula, you have a high and squeaky voice. Now your dream killers, they're not really intentionally, their intentions is not to hurt you, and their intentions are not to kill you, but they never fulfill their dream. So for you to have a dream and to fulfill that dream is foreign to them. So their intentions are not, I don't think, their intentions, some maybe, but their intentions are not to kill your dreams. But dream killers, they're unsupportive, they're discouraging, they're uninspiring. They have a no, you can't do that mentality. They have all the reasons of why your dream, you can't do that thing. They have all the failures. And sometimes we'll even caveat with, well, I'm just going to be the devil's advocate. Why? Why do you want to be the devil's advocate? Why don't you be God's advocate? Why don't you be your dream builder advocate? But they'll say they have a gift of sabotaging your foundation. I found that people who are dream killers don't even recognize that they're negative. They don't understand that the things that they're saying is actually killing the dream. They actually think that they're building you up and just giving you something to think about. So they will say stuff like, so that you, I just want you to make sure that you consider all the facts. Well, the fact is, whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve, period. You know, I'm the only one. So as I was reflecting on this dream, absolutely right, as I was reflecting on this dream, I discovered that it was so easy for me to identify the dream builders and the dream killers in my life. It was so easy for me to look at it and say, well, Tony, you don't support me, or Mom, you should have did this, or Dad, you should have did that. It was so easy for me to say who was there for me and who wasn't there for me. And identifying the external dream killers and dream builders in my life gave me an excuse not to go for my dream. It gave me an excuse to quit on my own dream, until I realized that the biggest dream builder and or dream killer in my life is me. It was me. And so I had to start taking accountability and responsibility for my own life. It was me that created the opportunity for the people who started encouraging me to go back. I created that because I was worried about stuff that I should not have worried about. I started allowing if questions or if statements to linger in my head. I started meditating or thinking, and not unconsciously thinking about, what if I get sick and needed health insurance? And I reasoned myself, come on, girl, you had breast cancer in 2016. What if it comes back? Well, what if it don't? What if you stop thinking about it coming back so that you won't create it coming back? What if we had a slow month in our business? Now, in June, the end of June, July, me and my husband kind of took a sabbatical. We was, he turned 50, so we was turned up for a couple of months, enjoying it, went to a couple of vacations. So we didn't really work hard as we usually do during those months. And so we had some slow months. We had some slow incomes to come in. But guess what? When we look back at it, we're like, oh, we still did not miss a beat. Now, what it did do for us is to teach us that we got to do a better job at being conscious about our spending. Because these Jackson can spend some money. We can give some money away. Every time we're looking at, we're giving money away. We're doing stuff to bless people. And there's nothing wrong with it. And we believe that by doing that is why we keep being blessed, because we profess every day that we have the wallet of the Spirit. And literally, like last week, we had 2 checks to show up in the mail that we were not expecting. So we believe in sowing and reaping, but we still have to be good stewards and make sure that we're consciously spending our money and allocating our money in places like savings account more frequently. And so once I realized that it was me that was creating that fear that was almost causing me to go back to the very place that God delivered me from, I knew that I had to make a different decision. And so this week, and I'm going to pull up this video, and I hope I can get it to show for you, but this week I was looking through some videos, and I found this video in my John Maxwell training, and it really, really ministered to me. And I'm going to see if I can get it to come up. 1 second.
The biggest obstacle in your life today could be one of the smallest words in our language. So many times we blame everyone and everything else for our situation, when the problem is this little 2-letter word. Pound for pound, it's one of the most powerful and limiting words we can say. What is that word? If. I'll really get my life together if. Fill in the blank. How often this word stands in the way of us moving forward in life? How often we procrastinate by waiting for the perfect conditions to begin living life to the fullest.
I would be making more money if
I'd start giving to charity if
I would be a better employee if
I'd invest time and money in my growth if
I'd spend more time with my family if
I'd start treating my wife better if
I'll really start getting in shape if
By adding if, we make excuses. We separate ourselves from the responsibility. We set conditions for our actions instead of taking the first step. The word if implies that something outside of ourselves is holding the key to our progress. Everything you need to fulfill your goals is already inside you. You only need to see your boundless potential and the journey is underway. Today, don't pause your dreams waiting for the right conditions. Success meets you where you step, not where you stand. Take that first step and watch your path illuminate before you. Live your life without the if.
Isn't that powerful? Live your life without the if. That really ministered to me. And again, it put a reality check in my mind. Again, it reminded me that the only person that can ever stop me is me. I said earlier that take a leap of faith. Whatever you're believing in, if you're putting your dreams on hold, I dare you today to take a leap of faith and make your dream your reality. And how do you do that? Well, we may not have all the resources. We don't have to have all the resources. When I quit my job in 2017, I didn't have the resources. I had just got my license, and I celebrate today 2 years of my 2 years today that my first client closed on her house, and it's been 2 years and I'm still running strong. So how many of you, like in that video, you're not living your best life now because of an if? All the ifs. But what if you flip that what if not to what if it does? You know, what if you just switch whatever that thought is in your mind? Remove the ifs from your life. I'm telling you, all you got to do is take the first leap of faith, jump, and develop your wings on the way down. I promise you it will come. How do I know? Because it's happened to me. In 2017, right before I quit my job, I was had a coaching client, and my coaching client has her own business. And every time we meet, her biggest desire was to leave her job so that she can dedicate more time to her business. And her business is to help motivate, encourage, and mentor young girls. And so really power minister, fertile grounds, very putting your seeds into it. If you want to sow a seed and bless a business, Fertile Ground would be a great place to start. But she has a lot of mentors and mentees that she mentors, you know, helping them to grow from that middle-age stage and to transition into the teenage stage and on to adulthood. Very powerful ministry, but she's unable to dedicate most of her time to it because she has a full-time job. And so I kept motivating her, encouraging her in all of our coaching sessions. I'm telling her, girl, you just need to take that leap of faith. You just need to jump. You need to get out there. You just need to do it. And then one day as I'm telling her this, I hear this voice in my head saying, well, Paula, you're such a hypocrite. You hate your job too. There are some dreams that you want to fulfill that you're sitting on that you're not doing either. If you want to be an encouragement, a motivator to Sandy, then you take that first leap of faith. And so I quit my job, and about a month afterwards, we had a session, and I said, you know what, Sandy, the Lord told me that if I believe that people can quit their job and trust Him, He says, why don't I start that? So I did. I quit my job. I quit my job, started fulfilling my dreams. And there's a scripture that I love to quote. It says that the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and added no sorrow to it. And so trusting God and taking that leap of faith, 2 years later, I'm still running strong, and God is opening up even more doors for me. So in 2010, I brought a ministry to Berean called Master Life, which is how I ended up meeting Mr. Jackson here, but called Master Life. And in Master Life, we were encouraging people to master their life. And it was 4 books with 6 weeks of study in them. And it was an amazing course. After the first year, we took 150 students through it in the first year, 500 in the second year, and now here we are 2019, and Master Life is still very strong at Berean. But what I'm learning is that a lot of times I run into people who took Master Life, who gave powerful testimony, and it's almost like, okay, I've done the Master Life course, now what? So we have to be continuously learning. We have to continue to learn how to master our life. It's just not a one-stop shop. You take the course, and you can take it. Some people have taken it 4 or 5 years, but what next? What after Master Life? And what God has lived on my heart, before we can master our life, we've got to learn how to master our mind. That's why a lot of us, even after Master Life, we found ourselves in some of the same ruts that we were stuck in before. And so now God is telling me, what's landing on my heart to Paula start some mastermind sessions. And I am just so excited about these mastermind sessions. I have been joined a part of the John Maxwell team, and I'm helping, and so I'm getting a lot of training. And again, Maxwell's theory is jump and build your wings on the way down. So I'm getting ready to kick off my first mastermind section. I'm excited about it. And it's going to be about making your dreams your reality. We're going to put your dreams to the test. We're going to have small group session where we're going to talk about what is your dream. See, I believe that most people I know have a dream. But most people have no idea how to achieve their dream. But my dream is to be an encourager to you, to help you reach your dream, to help you make your dream your reality, to help you weed out all the ifs in your life, to help you weed out all the things that's keeping you stuck, and help us to move. Now, we're getting ready. Why it's important for me to do this right now? Because it's, November. So we have 1 more month left to this year. And what people are getting ready to start doing is their vision boards. We did one last weekend. People are getting ready to start talking about their vision and what they want to accomplish next year. People are getting ready to start talking about their, what do they call those things? New Year's resolutions. And then most of us, we start our New Year resolution in January, and by February, we've already forgot about it. Well, what I want to do is have some mastermind sessions that's going to help you realize, identify what your dream is. We're going to put some steps together to help you achieve that dream. I'm going to hold you accountable so that when we're having this same conversation in November of next year, we're going to be having people testify on their dreams that have become their reality. Guess what? There is something in you that only you can do. There is a purpose in you. There's something that's waiting on you to be created, and you are the only person that can create it. It has your name written all over it. And God is waiting on you to be that vessel. And guess what? All it takes is a yes and a leap. Say, yes, Lord, I want to fulfill my purpose. And then take that jump and build your wings on the way down. If you are interested in participating in these mastermind sessions, please, please, please let me know. There's all kind of creative ways that we can do it. You don't have to be here in Atlanta. I will have some in-person because some people like that personal touch. But I can also do these mastermind sessions virtually. You know, they have a whole lot of different platforms that we can plug into, that we can even have where we can see and talk to each other online. So I'm just excited. God has put this in my belly, and it has been like a leap. And there's a story that when Mary, the mother of Jesus, went to visit Elizabeth. Elizabeth was pregnant with John. And when Mary walked in, Elizabeth said the baby in her belly leaped. And for the last couple of weeks, the baby in my belly has been leaping. That baby is purpose. That purpose is to motivate and encourage and empower you to reach your dreams. There is something in you that we're going to get out of you. Imagine where we would be had the Wright brothers given up on their dream. Had the Wright brothers not decided to go ahead and keep trying to put this object in the air that can fly from one place to another. Just imagine where the world would be. We would not get to experience a lot of the things that we experience in this life had the Wright brothers giving up on their dream. So what is your dream? What are you giving up on? What is God planted in your belly that somebody, the big dream killers in your life, have told you that you can't do that? The dream killers in your life said that doesn't make sense. Guess what? Your dream doesn't have to make sense to everybody else. You don't even have to share your dreams with everybody. And that's where we make our mistake. As we have this dream, we're excited. Oh my God, I got to share this dream with you. They don't get it, so then they begin to kill your dreams. They begin to look at all the reasons why your dream would not work. But guess what? Your dream is your dream. And we're going to put your dream to the test. We're going to find ways to create that dream. I'm going to partner with you. I'm going to be your seed. I'm going to provide you support. I'm going to provide you encouragement. And I'm going to provide you accountability. And that way, you will make your dream your reality. I'm so excited for what God is getting ready to do in your life. I'm so excited about this journey that God has in my life. And together, we, along with True Essence Ministry and the Sunday Chat and Chew, we're going to hold you accountable. So again, if you're excited if you want to make your dream a reality, if you want to do something differently. Insanity is doing the same thing the same way and expecting different results. I am now 53 years old, and for 53 years, for 53 years, I have written down my New Year's resolution, and I have yet to accomplish them. But guess what? That buck stops now. I'm not gonna write what you call this thing, New Year's resolution. I'm going to write out what my dream is. I'm going to write down, and I'm starting already. My dream again is to help you make your dream your reality. So if you'll let me, I'm here for you. So inbox me your name, your number, and your email, and I will send you out information about our first mastermind session. When we learn to master our mind, we will master our life. This is Paula Burch Jackson speaking to you from Sunday Chat and Chew. I hope that what I have said have blessed you. If it has, if you have some dream builders in your life or some dream killers in your life, love on them. But first, identify the dream building and dream killer within yourself. The only person that can stop you from reaching your dream is you. So I encourage you today to sign up, to inbox me your information so that you can be a part of making history with me in our first mastermind session. We're going to end it. I'm not really sure about the date, but my goal is to have this year so that when we kick off the 2020, we're ready. That's 2020. That's major to me. 2020. Let's do something different in 2020. Let's make our dreams a reality, regardless of who's in the White House. How about that? Make it a great day. Mwah. You've been blessed. Make sure that you share. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.